Welcome to the EarthWorks podcast, where our team will share the jargon of carbon with many of the turf friends we've met over the past 35 years.
Hi, everybody. This is Joel Simmons, and this is another EarthWorks podcast. We all just got back from the GIS down in Orlando, Florida. So we want to do a little debrief, and we have the EarthWorks team, at least most of the team that was down there. And I think we had a hell of a week in Florida. I think we're all still a little burned out. And Marshall, since you're a Floridian, turn the damn heat up in Florida, for God's sake. It was
Yeah,
blood.
that was rough. It's not much better this week. A little bit, but not great.
Unbelievable.
In the mornings, at least.
I mean, one of the things that struck me more than anything was all the plant materials is dead. All the bird of paradise are gone, and all the annuals are gone. I mean, it was you guys are really getting it hit hard. I mean, we're sitting here as we're recording this. I'm thinking I'm sitting in New Jersey at 8-degree weather, and it went down to 2 degrees earlier. I almost got frostbite walking my dog the other day on my face, but the world is cold right now. But
Yeah,
hopefully it comes out of it.
I saw a lot of opportunity for some C3 drenches out there. My
Now
neighborhood is awful.
that's a good salesman who walks by dead plants and thinks of
And I'm out. Y'all
C3.
enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. I want to go around the horn. I want to talk about what we saw, what we did. The GIS thing is it's fresh in our mind. As always, we have a bar at 3 o'clock, and I think Melissa told us this. And if you don't know Melissa Bodine, she's sitting here with us. She is, what is your official title? Marketing and operations specialist. But
Sure.
she's really the one that puts the certainly the GIS together for us. So and coordinate. And if you were at the show and you were at the bar, she was your bartender. So she's a very important role in this organization. Has been with us for a number of years. I've actually known her since she was, what, 5 years old? 7 years old. So
Oh, yeah, seven. Yeah, I like
7 years old. Yeah, since you were 7, 10 years ago. I thought it was a great show. I thought the bar was excellent. And like I started to say, Melissa told us that there were a lot more bars on the floor at that hour, 3 to 5 on Wednesday. And I think we were hands down the most crowded and successful. So I'm very happy and proud, other than the fact that I have to pay the bar tab, but it's all good. And if anybody ever finds us at the GIS, we will always have the bar on the floor, and everybody's welcome, even though the gatekeeper, Melissa, will ask you for a ticket.
Yeah.
Just find somebody and we'll get you a ticket. If you
That is, unless we switch to Bloody Marys and mimosas just to mix it up a little
we
bit.
might just do that, actually.
We might, or both. I mean, why not just do both?
Or both.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah,
good for the
just
second.
keep a steady buzz all day.
Yeah. Yeah, mimosas were on the table. They were a very serious conversation, and why they didn't come to fruition, I don't know. But perhaps we can go there.
We'd be
Well-
shot all day. All day.
Yeah, it would
We're
be-
already shot by
productivity.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we'd be shot by 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and Wednesday evening is usually a busy evening too. So it's just you start at 3 and you don't end until midnight, and it's hard on the body, and it's hard to be able to get there. Oh, and we did screw up, and probably a few people noticed that might be listening. We were all under the impression that it started at 9 o'clock on Thursday, and it didn't. It started at 8, and we weren't there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, a number of our clients came by. One thing I want to say, yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
I
We tried-
missed that even at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I missed that the whole time.
Yeah, I walked in. It's like, God, it's awfully crowded for just opening. And then I got there, and of course, people were saying, we've been waiting for you for an hour. And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize. And we were just sitting back having breakfast. We were enjoying company time.
It was kind of our version of the telephone game, right? Like one person said it was 9 o'clock, and all of a sudden it just kind of spread
exactly.
throughout the company.
Well,
Exactly.
it used to be that, I thought, didn't it?
Yeah,
Or,
I think
so.
Or did it used to be 7 o'clock on Wednesday and 8 o'clock on Thursday or something?
Well, it's
I don't
changed
know.
a few times, but
Yeah.
it has changed a few times. And I do want to say definitively, I know there was a bunch of people that did stop by. I mean, it gets crazy on Wednesday in particular. It gets really crazy. I mean, we get so many people that do try to stop by, and it's hard to, find time for everybody. And I think a lot of people, swing by and then I hear, hey, I tried to stop by, but you were too busy. And I hate that. I mean, I would love to be able to spend quality time and say hi to everybody, but unfortunately, we get a little jammed up on certainly that first day. So if I insulted anybody, if we insulted anybody by walking by and not being able to talk to one of us, I apologize. But just push your way through and go from there. I think next year we're going to try to rope off an area if we do need private meetings. But other than that, we're here to say hi to everybody. So, Marshall, let me start with you since you're the Floridian. How'd it go? This is your second GIS with us. Last year was your first, right? San Diego? Yeah,
Yes.
because you came on board after the GIS the first
We
year
were in
you
the
were.
process of being brought
We were
on.
we were talking, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was felt kind of like a normal day at work for me, but a lot easier than traveling everywhere. Everybody was just there for um to see. It was a lot of Florida. It was good to see. Even our chapter event was huge. It was a two-story party in Old Red, and it was full on both floors for that event. I had a lot of discussions. I mean, it was good to see a lot of people come up and just say thank you for our products. Their airifications are going well. Their renovations, constructions went well, and continued use of products. So yeah, it really was a home game, homecoming, whatever you want to call it for me. It was fun though. But it was great seeing like Kevin's people coming up and talking, and somehow there always seemed to be some kind of connection from
Yeah.
one side of the country to the other. It was cool. I mean,
Yep.
that's what I love about it. Part of what I love it, but I thought it went really well. It was busy. It was very busy.
It was busy, and it's funny you say that because I had a lot of conversations about airification.
Hmm.
Questions about how much renovate, how much, micro replenish. And we generally say 10 pounds per thousand in holes, and it works really well. I mean, it's an incredible. I wish I had recorded it all because I can't tell you how many guys came up to me and said, "Man, I started using that for the first time this year, and it's just unbelievable how fast it heals the holes in, and playability becomes so much stronger." So it's
Yeah.
always nice to have people come up and say good things when you're there.
Yeah.
Although we did have a lot of people come up and talk about odor. And I've said this earlier, but it's the first show that we had so much focus on the odor of manure. And it's funny because one of the things we're aggressively working on is trying to reduce the odor. And hopefully by next GIS, we'll be able to talk about that a little bit more and have some conversation about that. But we understand that, and we're working diligently. And we've got some equipment coming in that we'll talk about in a year and after we've seen its success. But Melissa, you pulled this thing all together. I mean, you were amazing as always about getting this thing all together, and it was flawless. We did nothing. She
Yeah.
found the poop emojis, uh, which
Yeah.
which went over well. Although Jack, you said some people weren't all that impressed with the poop emoji.
Yeah, if you're a stiff,
It was a
whatever.
little
Yeah,
polarizing.
it's a nice
Yeah,
poop
You want me to
emoji.
squeeze a thing of poop? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Is
It
there a
should.
Better
squeaker?
than a turd in a punch bowl for sure.
Yeah, that could have worked out well. Pretty. Yeah, the kids love the turds. I mean, the emojis, but
Oh gosh.
so
I
Melissa,
think
tell
it
us.
was all the dads on their way home on Thursday that stopped by and they
Yeah.
filled bags full for their kids. So, I mean,
Yeah.
That
they
is
got
the
used to
move.
that
You're
Reese,
most.
totally right.
Reese took hers to school on, I guess it was Friday. She snuck it in
No.
the backpack and she got in the car after I picked her up from school on Friday and she was like, "Yeah, did you know there's a cuss word on there? Why is that on there?"
Oh
At a
man.
religious school, nonetheless. Like, you got your kid in trouble, Kirk.
Oh man. That's
Didn't your
funny.
son say that immediately upon seeing it, Melissa?
Yeah, he said, "Mommy, why would you put a swear word on there?" Well,
Mommy.
they're for
Technically,
adults,
yeah.
you know?
Well, I was switched out for a pound, but we all know what it means.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Oh wow, that's great.
Well, it is the greatest shit on earth, so I guess we should be talking about it,
We've
right?
That's
been
just
told
what
that
it
for
is.
years, so we just had to
Exactly. That
capitalize
didn't
on
come
it. That's
from
all.
us. That came from other people.
Embrace it.
We're just taking
Yep.
it and running with it. So how much talk about getting this thing set up, Melissa? I mean, you spent months really working on this bloody show.
Yeah.
That's
So it
it's a lot of
starts,
work.
yeah, starts in September to pick the booth. That's always, a real crucial time with Joel because it's nail biting to figure out where the
The
best
location
place
of
is
the
going
booth
to
on the
be.
floor. Yeah, where we get to go.
Yeah. And from there, I get to work with Jamie from the GCSAA, and she's phenomenal. So it's just,
Shout
you
out.
know,
Shout
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
just
And I didn't get to
figuring
see
out all
Jamie.
the.
I didn't get to say hi to
Oh, you
her.
did?
I missed her.
Oh,
I never saw her. Never saw
she
her
stopped
once.
by a few
I'm
times.
sure she did, but like I said, we were
Yeah.
just crammed, so it was stupid busy.
Yeah. So looking into next year at New Orleans, I think the major thing that Earthworks is going to focus on is revamping our booth, making it more accessible to have more meetings, more, one-offs so we can have more dedicated conversations, but also still have that space for happy hour to just bring in the masses.
Hmm.
And I looked forward to seeing everybody. I love seeing our partners. We had some great dinners, some great conversations. I love to catch up with everybody. So, all in all, success. I've never
Thank
been to New
you. Thank
Orleans,
you
so I'm
for coordinating.
excited for next year. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll have a big party like we did in San Diego. Who
Oh my
knows?
Oh,
God.
well,
Oh, that's
wonderful.
my, oh, that hurts. Ah, getting a little chest pain here all of a sudden. I don't know why.
Everyone asked, when's the next party going to be?
Yeah.
So
I wonder if we can get
So
the
open
Earthworks
bar on
band down
Bourbon Street.
there.
Is that what we're doing?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
We got,
Preservation Hall jazz band,
that'd be
I'm
like
kind of
writing
fun.
this down.
will march in and yeah,
Yeah.
I like this.
Well, now that Mike Small is officially on board as a full-time person and our lead guitar player, maybe we can get the Earthworks band
Yo,
to play. We can talk Dave Hunley to coming in to play bass, and we got the whole gig.
There you go.
Maybe get Alex behind the drums. I don't know. We'll see.
in Music City, love it.
Yeah. So, Kevin, have you decided whether or not you're actually going to come to?
Has
I
to.
feel a really bad cough coming on and
He's not a big fan
trying to figure out how to
of
not make my
Nolan's.
third trip to New Orleans.
Yeah. It's always a fun city. It's good food and the people will, be there. So it's funny
And
we go
it's right around Mardi
Mardi
Gras
Gras.
time,
Yeah, it's right
isn't
before
it?
Mardi
That's
Gras.
Yeah.
that's the
January
problem.
15th to the
Okay.
21st.
February 15th to the 21st next year.
January.
January, they moved it up.
15th to the 21st is when the show is next year.
Hmm?
What?
Does that compete with the STMA?
No,
It's closer, but it's a week apart.
stand by. I have it right
Didn't
now.
they
Oh.
back
Or
up
there's a week
SDMA
between them.
Yeah.
There's a
SFMA
week
is
between.
February 1st to the 4th in Tampa.
Yeah.
Oh, now STMA is after
So
the
it's after the
GIS.
show.
And it's
Yeah.
SFMA.
Yes.
Not to
That's
offend
an
anyone.
ST
I
for
can
all.
I
And
struggle
it's not
with it.
GIS either.
No,
And I
it's
don't even
not.
know what it is anymore.
GCSAA Conference and Trade Show.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of back to the old one.
Wow. So Kevin, talk about the show. What was good? What was bad?
Well, I noted that it was my 30th show
Oh,
that I've
wow.
attended, which is
Holy cow.
and that
All the
doesn't
people
count the
come to the booth to see Kevin. So
Yeah, they
thank you
do.
for that.
well,
Mhm.
yeah, whatever. It's always good to catch up
true.
with friends
Yeah.
and people I've worked with over the years. That's this is kind of my legacy, my year of legacy. I want to try to capture a lot of people that are my age or older that are starting to retire and capture their thoughts on legacy and what they leave behind. And I think that's for me, that's certainly the most proud moments is when, former assistants or interns come
Yeah.
up and say hi. Man,
I
if you
love
weren't into
watching
robots, this was not a good show for you because they were everywhere. I think, and I'll lump these two together, but there's also a lot of organic offerings on the floor.
Yes.
And I
Bigger
think
than I've
between
ever
the two, I think there'll be a lot of comings and goings.
Always are.
The cream's going to rise to the top on the robotic stuff, and there's a lot of copy paste out there, and there's a lot of that I think in the organic world. We should all be proud on this group that we've led the charge for a long, long time. I mean, Joel, it's 38 years, and I wouldn't have joined the company if I hadn't have been a customer and a believer for all those years. And I think that's why we've got such a big presence on the floor and why we have so many friends and partners that have stuck with us. So I think that's a huge positive.
I think what we've done for the industry is explain why we're here, not just that we have a product, what we got. There's a
Yeah.
lot of what products out there, but we've done a phenomenal job of explaining why carbon-based fertility and biological soil management can help you become successful. And you do see a lot of copy. I mean, there was more this year than I remember, but like you said, a lot of those companies won't make it. It's not an easy space to get into anymore because it is crowded. And luckily, we've been here for almost 40 years, and we've been able to explain why. And we're the only organic fertilizer company that has both a complete liquid and granular line that's really successful.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting. I mean, seeing some old friends in the organic world has been interesting. But a lot of them their footprint was much smaller as well. The guys that have been around for a long time. So it's an interesting market, but all boats are rising. I mean, I think we've seen that. I mean, look at what we saw in Florida with Marshall's distributors. Everybody grew, everybody. And it's because, carbon-based fertility is where people want to be. So, yeah, there was a lot of them.
Yeah.
There was a
Yep.
lot of
Traffic
them.
overall, I thought was really good. I don't know what the numbers are, if there are official numbers from GCSAA. I've done enough events to know that those numbers are to be taken with a grain of salt, but that's fine. I mean, we just have to look from year to year. It seems like traffic was good. So
Did the 100th anniversary help? Did it change anything? I mean, it's hard to tell when you're stuck in your booth the whole time. I mean, it's very difficult. You don't get out and about.
I heard the event was awesome.
I heard that
I
too.
heard that too,
Does it
and I'm
help?
bummed I
I don't know. Maybe.
I
Yeah.
went. It was good. I saw it well the last hour I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Jack.
was like it was open to everybody on that kind of alley, right? Like all the restaurants that were facing each other all opened up and everyone could kind of walk in and out. Yeah, that's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So, Jack, your take on this whole week of festivities?
Just have a wonderful time. I mean, you're jam-packed full right from touchdown to takeoff, and I've got great travel partners in Joel and Melissa, and
And
we
Lisa.
have and
You do your
Lisa.
mom.
Yeah, yep, for sure. We have we eat well, we drink well, and we stay very busy with activity. So it's a good time. And then of course, like catching up with everybody that you don't get to see all year round, or people you do see all year round, but you get to see them in this kind of tight pressure cooker sort of situation, and you get good ideas spawning, and it's the start of my favorite time of year as well. Like this post show, early spring, everyone's so eager and excited.
Newark
It's really
Airport
fun.
every
Yeah,
Monday
yeah.
You,
It's a great
for
kickoff
the
to the
next
season.
6 weeks.
Yo, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, we've got a bunch of soil academies lined up. We've got a lot of good stuff going on. And you're right. Yeah, you just go, it kicks it off and you go after it and you have all these fun conversations. Another thing I love about this time of year is that like when people start coming out of dormancy, the people that did the fall feed with us, and especially new people when they're
Yeah.
like blown away by how early they green up and how strong they look. It's like, yeah, man, told you.
It's
It's
that
all good.
dormant feed. I heard that line more than once. It's that dormant feed of yours.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And
People
especially a
do.
winter like this because of all this, I mean, certainly in the Northeast, all the snow that we've had, it's been pretty intense here. And I think, these soils are going to be ready to pop with the dormant feed in them.
We actually along those lines, we had great conversation with a couple different researchers, university researchers. Dr. Henry at University of Georgia. He does some great work, and we were discussing kind of going further on our look into how the EarthWorks fall feed affects particularly spring dead spot and large patch in warm season grasses coming out, and how it really does a great job at fighting off those diseases and minimizing their impact.
Did
So
you get Is that formalized? I mean, I know you guys spent some time with Dr.
You'll
Henry.
get a check. Don't worry. We'll invoice you.
No, I
Yeah.
won't get a
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
I'll
you'll
be
get a check. You
writing
get
a
an
check.
invoice.
It's what you
Yeah.
meant to say.
That's what I meant.
So,
Get out your
Yeah.
I guess
checkbook
the
is what I
question is,
meant.
how big is that check going to be?
We
And
had
we
a good
love
sit
Dr.
down, right?
Henry's. Dr. Henry's been great. It's not always been easy working in that environment, but he's been wonderful, understanding of what we're trying to accomplish, and we've got. I mean, the work that he did on Kick. I mean, I've been using that all year, where we saw at least a 35% reduction in sodium with one Kick flush, and
He he
we've been talking about that.
he'll be at Providence for everybody. He said he's speaking at Providence and to listen in on his talk and check out to see some EarthWorks data
Oh,
because he's
good.
done work with us before.
Oh, I didn't know he was going to be speaking at Providence. Good, better speakers than last year. That's
There you go. That's
that's
exactly right.
that's good to hear. So
Move
we
along,
should,
move along.
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. Where's Paul when I need him? Uh,
Uh,
Kirk, you haven't
Yes.
said a whole lot today. What's your take on this? You were pretty busy, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
you
we
were
were all
running
busy.
morning late. I mean, we were at breakfast at 7, and I'm ditching you guys to go to bed at 8.
Yeah.
You're running out yeah, and all of you guys were, but you were
Well,
certainly
yeah.
running out.
Well, there was only one way to go up for me,
oh,
with
that's right.
with the travel delays getting out there. So that was quite a headache.
But
But
you got
Yeah,
in at
what
1 o'clock
happened?
in the morning you missed our family dinner, which
yeah,
was a bummer.
yeah, took yeah, 5 hour delay, take off. Then we have to get rerouted back to Dallas.
So
Flight
you were in the
canceled.
air and
We're in
the
the air.
captain.
Yeah, first, yeah. They we got some sort of mechanical alert. So that's fun when the pilot comes on and says we got an alarm going off on the plane. So we got to head back to Dallas, but the landing's going to
Oh,
be fine. Anyway, so
nice.
so get in, 1 a.m. But it's a busy week. It's great to for our team to be together. It's we're all over the country, so we don't get to spend a whole lot of time together. So it's really special to get all of us together and um,
Mhm.
we have good meals and have good times. So that's first and foremost for me, just to spend time with our team, and then of course see new clients, old clients, and have a lot of really good conversations. But I think Kevin, you kind of hit on this, and Joel too. I think um, one thing that really stood out to me more so this year is that soil health and carbon based fertility are at the forefront of our industry, and that's not going away. And same thing with autonomous mowers, but that's really cool to see, and the consistency that Joel has had for 40 years. I think that's speaking volumes to why we are where we are. So thank you for that.
You're saying I'm a one-horse pony, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I've been
No,
saying the
I'm just
same
saying
thing
it
for
takes
40 years, and
yeah,
now it's an overnight success. It's kind of interesting to
right.
see how that works.
Well, I mean, that's just in life. I mean, I think that's just a good, you just consistently show up every day, and then one day you kind of show up and it's all coming together. I think that's, you know, kind of what we're seeing here. It's pretty
Yeah.
incredible to be a part of it and for the last 10 years. And, the next 10 years are really, really exciting.
Yeah,
Well,
we
it's
talk so
interesting.
much internally about the imitators, and I mean even the big chemical fertilizer companies are
Oh yeah.
offering products that are they're trying to copy what we have, and it's we could take that in two ways, either be offended or
No, it's
you know
great. This is
yeah.
great for our industry, and these conversations are starting from the end users that are demanding
Hmm.
better products and preserve our natural resources, and um, these are all positive things, and it makes all of us better. So that's what I'm most thrilled about.
And make the greenkeeping job, more manageable. Like it can't be an army of people out, 50-man crews
Right.
out taking care of the golf course until 6 p.m. That just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
And
116
our
days in a row.
yeah, and what we do is the exact opposite of that. we partner with the way the earth wants to make it happen, and we do it that way, and it's
From the
so
earth.
great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah.
I mean,
Those
that
are,
goes through the entire company from all the, work that we do in formulation. We've talked with Lawrence Mayhew, our chemist, and he follows Mother Nature in a lot of the formulations. But, I mean, you guys kind of hit on this, but 38 years ago and 35 years ago and 30 years ago, I mean, luckily I was too stupid to realize they were pummeling me. And I mean, it was not an easy gig. I mean, there was only two or three of us out there. And, I remember the first few years, probably 10 or 15, 20 years ago at the latest, when you started to see organic companies come in, and they've come and gone. I mean, I've seen dozens and dozens of them come and go. But that persistence thing. And, I mean, we knew we had what would help superintendents, and we saw them reducing inputs and changing their lives and having better lives. And it was, there was a reason for us to continue on. And now I think, the message is really getting out there. Melissa and Mike are just, really sharing that message on our marketing platforms. I mean, we're on every social media platform. Where do you find us, Melissa? I mean, you got it going everywhere now. We
You
haven't
can
gotten to
find us
TikTok.
everywhere. Soon you'll find us on TikTok with Joel's
Wow.
dancing.
Hey, that's pretty good stuff there.
Listen, if you haven't seen it, head to Instagram or Facebook to
Oh
check
yeah,
out
you got to
Joel's
see
new
the
dance
moves.
moves.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
some good
Although I
stuff
think they
there.
changed my tie when they did that. Is that the same tie? I don't know. I mean, Marshall
Shoot.
started the dance craze on in the trade show booth. You had some serious moves, and you were doing it in flip-flops. I had a suit on, for God's sake. I looked,
My
you know,
goodness.
Yeah.
and that's on.
And that was before the bar opened up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that, came out this year more than anywhere was the, again, the odor of of the product. And that's, been something that people have worked through forever because it's gone in a day. I mean, I had a couple people say, I had mentioned this. I know Walter Pritchard said this to me. He goes, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You water it down and it's gone.
It's gone.
And it is, but
Yeah.
it is something that we realize is a problem, and we're going to be talking more about it internally and stuff like that. You're going to see a lot more changes with us because we are going to be working a lot closer with our manufacturing partner, and they've committed to really building infrastructure changes for us, improving plants. So it's going to be exciting what we're hopefully we're going to be able to pull off continually working with Lawrence Mayhew, who is everybody's favorite podcast guest. And Kevin, you should interview Lawrence, and because it seems like I'm always doing it. But it would be interesting to get both you and Jack separately talking to Lawrence and take him down, the path you would want to take him down. But I've always found Lawrence's podcast to be
we're
enjoyable.
gonna get him to New Orleans.
We
Yeah,
should take
he's
him.
coming.
Well,
Yeah.
That's a
I
Yeah,
gotta
well,
I
have
said that
numerous
this year. I
times
said
to take
Lawrence
us
should
there.
be here.
that would
Yeah.
be awesome. People would love it.
yeah, except for Lawrence. The only one that
He's the
wouldn't
only
love it would
he's
be
the only
Lawrence.
person.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
he
a
gets
big Trek.
excited. He'll like it.
We'll see. We can, yeah, maybe he'll replace you, Kevin. We'll see if we can trade him out
No,
because you're
no.
going to have that flu coming on that week, I heard.
It's
Although,
coming on strong
yeah,
already.
No,
I can,
Kevin, I can't do it without you.
yeah, it's too much. It's too much. What are the things that we see at the show? I mean, there was a lot of, a
We
lot
saw
of
our booth.
technology.
Yeah, I didn't see much. I was kind of inside the booth.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, yeah, I guess you see a lot of the autonomous mowers. So
And turf
I,
rat. I mean, that's look at another thing. That's cool. I mean, their
Yeah.
booth was awesome, and every time I saw it, it was very busy. And these
Yeah.
are it's almost kind of in parallel with kind of what we're doing is what they're working on, and so it's fun to see that.
Yeah. Well,
Luke was
and
wearing
they,
the meta glasses. I saw that. Those,
Yeah,
the
Taking
what?
it all
pretty
I told
cool.
I told like 10 people about those things. I had
Yeah, me too.
incredible.
I was talking about
Yeah.
them all weekend.
About
Good.
what?
The meta glasses. He had
Oh,
the Ray-Ban metas,
oh, that's pretty
looking like
funny.
Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah. it was nice to see the Turf Rad booth. I mean, we've had Dave Wilbur on a couple of times. We should have Mo on here one day, and have her give us her thought on Turf Rad. But yeah, they looked like they were doing really well, and really had when I went by there a few times just to say hi to Dave, and I couldn't get near him, and I've known him for almost 40 years. He introduced me to Kevin Hicks, for God's sake. So. There's a soft spot in our heart, but that was kind of neat seeing that thing going on. So, Melissa, what's it going to look like next year? You have a lot of ideas. We're
A lot
going
of
to,
ideas. I'm going to meet with a designer
oh God.
and kind of give a spiel on what our booth looks like, what we need to improve on, and I'll give you the bill. That's all.
Yeah.
She's going to need a bump in her credit card limit, I think, for
Yeah,
this year.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
She always wins the credit card races come the fall when the expenses for the show come in. It's kind of funny. One of the neat things, and a couple of you said this, is that one of the best things for me is getting there Monday and just having dinner with us.
Yeah.
And this year we actually invited the ladies from Logan Labs, Trinity
Liz.
and thank you. Sorry, Liz. Luckily, she doesn't listen to this. Liz has been at Logan now for a few years, and she's wonderful. And if hopefully everybody that works with Logan Labs had a chance to meet Liz, she's really been a great asset to Logan. And in fact, we actually saw a sighting from the retired Susan Shaner, who came by and stole our Lisa and took her down to Naples for the week to have some fun. But it was nice to see Susan come back. She enjoyed her time. She got to see a lot of people that she'd worked with for 30, 40 years in the industry. So it was kind of if you're listening, Susan, and you didn't get a chance to see her, I'm sorry, but she was on the floor much of Wednesday, which was kind of cool. And Logan's booth was there. It was pretty busy. And they had they didn't have the poop emoji, but they had some pretty cool things.
Yeah, they did.
I
I
don't
like
think-
getting Susan's perspective on the show because she has been around for so long to understand it. And it's a consistent response every year that she says it's smaller. Every year the show
Oh,
just
yeah.
gets smaller
Well, the
and
footprint is
smaller.
smaller. There's
No
no
question.
question it's smaller.
Well, and
Yeah.
people are downsizing their booths or not
Yeah.
having as much of an impact or presence. It's sad.
Which makes what we're doing even more impressive, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the word we're going to use? Okay, good.
I think so.
No, I think it's
mean,
going to be very impressive. I like the idea. I mean, it's clearly we're out of space, and one of the things that was really very successful is that we had some really, really strong meetings with our partners that we've been working with for a long time, and being able to bring them in and kind of do some goals alignment and make sure that we're providing them the services that they need so that they can help their clients has been very important, and being able to do that more effectively next year will be good. And I mean, I don't even, what are we up to now in distributor partners? I mean, it's dozens, right?
24.
There's 2 dozen. See, that's
it's 2
close.
dozen.
That's right
Dozens.
there. Dozens,
It counts.
2 dozens,
It
two
counts. You
dozens.
were right on the nose.
Exactly. So again, I wanted to just kind of go around the horn and make sure that we didn't miss anything. And again, I will apologize to folks that couldn't get through the crowd, but I thought it was a very successful event, and I certainly do look. I actually like New Orleans for a very short period of time. Kevin, maybe you come in Monday and, well, you can't do that. I was going to say come in late
Just
and
pop
leave
in,
early.
like
Yeah,
Jack
just
said.
pop in.
Pop in.
Just do a
Pop
pop in.
in.
Where are they going to play golf next year?
Down-
I would assume there.
Yeah, I would
No,
assume
I
too.
heard not.
No, it's a
It's
different
Mississippi. It's like
Yeah.
Gulf Coast or something.
Oh.
and it's not.
The
Yeah.
golf seems to be what the issue is. Is
For New
what-
Orleans?
No, I did hear a lot of that this year, and it's kind of a growing separation that for whatever reason the golf event seems to drive a lot of the decision making for the show itself. And I
Mhm.
get the arguments for and against, but if there's 400 or 500 contestants in that versus 15,000 attendees, I don't know why that's not a decision any of us have a role in, but it seems like as the show footprint shrinks somewhat, it seems like there'd be other venues that would open up, like a Nashville or a Denver or something like that that could house us if it weren't for, being tied to golf.
And needing the warmer weather, although it wasn't
Yeah,
warm at all, right? When you played what, Sunday?
played
And it was
Sunday.
yeah,
Froze
and it
my
was
Apparently, it was the coldest round of golf for
it
most people
was
that played.
it was suboptimal.
Cold.
what did you
I
say?
heard like coldest round of golf I've ever played.
You
I
said
had
you had 4 layers?
well, five, and I would take the last one off to swing the golf club. I felt like I was playing up here in North Idaho, but I had a mechanic years ago that I asked him one time if he played golf, and this kind of describes me too. And he said, "Oh yeah, I shoot in the 70s." I said, "Dang, that's pretty good." He said, "Yeah, any colder than that, I don't like to play." That's kind
That's
of
a
how I
good
feel
line.
about it now.
Yeah, and no humidity would be ideal.
Yeah, so 38 with a 40-mile-an-hour wind, not
Mhm.
my ideal
Is
day
that
to
what it
golf.
was on Sunday?
Yeah, it was
Oh
it
my
was
God.
it was fresh.
Yeah.
Yes. Brisk.
Yes.
Brisk, 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 brisk. So, Marshall, you had the lion's share of the guests because they were in your backyard. Did you miss anybody? I mean, it seemed like everybody that we know from you guys. Did we see all your distributor partners?
Everyone, almost everybody from Florida, and then some that from other states.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carolinas were there, saw all of them as well.
It's certainly
Yeah.
becoming an East Coast, West Coast show, though, isn't it? I mean, no, Kevin, your guys weren't there. I mean, a lot of the California guys, West Coast guys
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't make that trip.
That's
You
pretty
know,
typical.
and that's pretty typical. I wonder what New Orleans will do for that, because it's still a haul from the West Coast, but it's not quite Florida. But it's a little bit, probably a little more interesting of a venue for a lot of people. You know,
I'm excited.
It's been quite some time, I think, since we've been there too.
it has been quite some time. Yeah.
So that might be a draw.
My favorite story from the last, and I won't mention his name, but he may be listening because he's actually been on our podcast. But I remember sitting on the bus and hearing this poor story of a guy that got his credit card lost in a venue
Establishment.
establishment. We'll leave it at that. And they called home and talked to the missus and said, well, this is Susie's Emporium, and we have your husband's credit card, and he was quite embarrassed by that. And I went around.
Mhm.
I heard the story on the bus. I didn't know who it was. When I found out it was somebody I knew very well, I got quite a chuckle out of it. And when I asked him about it, he goes, "Yeah, that's why I have a third kid." So it cost him dearly, he said. So beware of New Orleans. There's a lot of traps that you can fall into very quickly, and
Yikes.
since yeah, we
It,
don't participate in things like that. Well,
it could be my advancing age, but it seems like that whole scene in general has toned down considerably. Just the party scene and
yeah.
the
Well,
all-nighters.
all the partiers are old and the young kids
Yeah.
don't party. So
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
exactly right.
They're what's the word? Sober curious. It's very interesting. But yeah, and those venues don't get as much as it was 20 years ago in our
Yeah.
industry. But New Orleans can be fun. And by the way, Mardi Gras is a very calm thing. I've been on a Mardi Gras float twice now, and everybody thinks that you're throwing beads to half naked people, and it's not like that at all.
Oh,
The,
it's
the,
not?
not at
No.
all. I mean, the only place you
You're
ever
out.
see that is on Bourbon Street, and it's a very small, selected little thing. Although I think a lot of GIS parties occur on Bourbon Street during those nights. But the actual floats, I mean, you spend a lot of money on beads and such, but you're throwing them out to mostly families and kids who run up along your float trying to get, whatever the things are. So it's actually not even as sinful as one would think in a town like that. But it'll be interesting. Where are we going after New Orleans? Back to San Diego?
Phoenix.
Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Or are we going to Phoenix? Yeah. So it is being changed up a little bit. But any last thoughts on last way? Anything we need to follow up on or tell people that we will promise or do or
Well, check us out in our soil academies this spring.
Yeah.
You know, I know we booked one in up in New York, and you've got,
One next
let's
week
see,
in Houston.
you,
One in
Come
Houston.
see
We're
it.
going to be in Louisville again in a couple of weeks with a unique.
this
I've got
week
six in the next 2 weeks in my territory.
yeah, I'm
Wow.
in Kentucky this week for two. So you'll miss it by the airing of this podcast. So
Yeah.
sorry. And let's see, then we
A couple
got
back in
be
Orlando in March.
there you go. Be in Ohio at the end of the month on February 27th. Be
Wow.
on February 25th at a Big Fisher seminar. Yeah, we got a lot going on.
Where are yours, Kevin? You've got a bunch coming up.
I've got three in Oregon, two in Washington, and one actually three in Washington. So
That's
that's
all
the
through
six.
Wilbur Ellis.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to, if you're out there and you wanted to see that, contact your Wilbur Ellis folks. And
Yep.
Kevin is gives a great talk and years of experience. And as I've always said, Kevin, who doesn't want to listen to somebody with your years of experience and other such? Oh, and by the way, I meant to send this to you, but we bought a Jeopardy calendar, and two of this last Jeopardy questions were all about woodworking. So I'll send you the pictures of that. So I thought that was
Easy.
kind of.
I'll take woodworking for 1,000, Joel.
Yes, exactly. Something was about, I don't know. I'll send it
I'll
to you
take
later.
dovetails for 100.
There you go. That's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's always fun. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the next 3 months. So Orlando, I mean, pretty much everywhere. Hopefully, we'll be up in Chicago very soon. So those of you who haven't been able to find us, we'll hopefully announce in the next few weeks that there'll be somebody working with us in the Chicagoland, Michigan area. So a lot of things. I mean, a lot of good things came out of the show, and we're looking forward to it. Podcasts. I mean, we're gonna continue doing these every week, Jack and Kevin and I. And how many times do people come up to you, Jack, and say, "Oh, what was the what's the one you just told us?" Oh,
For your
Justin,
voice, you didn't seem that tall.
Justin from St. Louis said, like, from the sound of your voice, I didn't think you'd be as tall as you are. All right.
I'm not sure I understand that.
Well, that's all right.
But we
I'm
are the
good.
tallest podcast in the turf industry, hands down. I mean,
Yes,
between the
yes.
so what do we have? 6'7" and a 6'1"?
How on
Yo,
earth can you prove that?
6'7", bro.
Yeah, well, you cut your
6'7".
hair, so you've lost a couple inches.
And yeah, so we've got the tallest podcast and the busiest beer drinkers amongst all the GIS booth or
Yeah,
the
we got to extend
floor.
happy hour.
Can we do that?
Oh, we
That's a
can
good
do
idea.
whatever we want.
That's a
We
great
can
idea.
And
do
we'll
whatever
get
we
Guinness.
want.
Yo, that's
Oh,
an
we should
even
get
better
Guinness.
idea.
That we could do. We can ask for whatever we want, right? I mean, we're paying for it,
We do
right? What do they
whatever we
care?
want.
Wait,
Just
if
need to-
we could have gotten Guinness this whole time, then what have we been doing for the last 17 years? I've been
Punishing
on
you.
board. Yeah, come on.
We wanted you to be sober so that you could finish the evening out without being
Exactly.
Good call.
Yeah.
Same
Needed to
reason
make
we
sure
don't
you were
do a
gonna stick around.
champagne. Yeah,
Yeah,
no doubt.
exactly, which is pretty funny.
Keep that carrot out there, and I'll show up. So
All right.
I don't know if we want to have a bar from 2 to 5, though. I think it would take up. I mean, that's
honestly, that's the best thing we have going is that it is so consistent. 3 o'clock Wednesday.
3 o'clock Wednesday. Yeah, be there.
Be there.
Yeah, yeah. And there was. I mean,
I'll just start at 2. It's fine.
were there a
There
lot
you
of were there a lot of people trying to sneak in, Melissa?
There were. I would just have them ask questions about what we do or tell me about themselves to get a drink. So it all worked out.
Easy
It's
enough.
hard because we have a lot of podcast listeners that hear us talk about it, and we're inviting them. So we're not
Yeah.
trying to be complete jerks. We just want to make sure you're not some guy off the street trying to steal a
Well,
beer.
We'll move the bar more into the middle of the booth, between
I don't know if they'll allow us to do that, but that would be a nice idea.
Right.
We probably had 250 people standing around there between 3 and 5. I mean, it was
Easily.
crowded. I mean, it was hard to get
Yeah.
around, which was kind of interesting, but it's all good. All right, folks, thank
I
you
was having
so
trouble
much.
sneaking beers out the back.
Yeah, I think there were some of that. Yeah. I don't know if we want to do bloodies, but we'll see. Maybe bloodies wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, we'll do both.
Yeah. Bloodies. What? So it's beer and wine now, and maybe yeah, we'll figure it out.
What's the drink in New Orleans? Hurricane?
Hurricanes. Yeah, we could do hurricanes. That would be kind of cool.
Ooh.
Dangerous.
Yeah, that'd be really well. We'll do weak hurricanes, small ones,
Hmm.
not
Well, shoot.
like not
We'll
like
do
the
cat
doubles,
ones.
not
We'll
like
do
the doubles that we got at the at our event in
Like
San Diego at
category
House of
twos.
Blues.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly, which was killing.
It
Um,
does seem like a good year for a nice party like
That's
that,
what
though.
I'm saying.
Doesn't it?
all right, before this gets
It's
too expensive, I mean too drawn out.
Instead of beads, we could throw necklaces with the poop
No,
emoji on them,
it
right?
I
seems
like
like
that.
it
See,
could be
Little
a
beads might
teeny
be a
ones
good
good
all the way
fit.
thing,
around.
Melissa. You got some ideas working here.
Yeah.
Got to start
Pop
working
it
on
up.
your. What else? Oh, we also had those very cool beer openers that you can hook to your keys.
Yeah.
I got a
That's
Oh
lot
what I
of
yeah,
was
the
those.
The
cracking
sticker
all the
game.
beers
carabiner.
open with.
We
Yeah,
got the
that.
sticker game too.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Marshall.
The
Oh, people
carabiner.
like the
And we had the
sticker.
stick. Do you have the
Yep.
sticker there, Marshall?
Mhm.
You're
Both of. Well, I have this one. I don't have the.
you don't have this.
That one.
I don't think I have it with me, but it
It's
was.
the greatest on earth.
I got. I think
Yes,
I have
sir.
the FAFO in a box over there.
We have a few of those left over. We should take this. Do we have any left over? We'll take them up to the New England show in a couple of weeks.
Marshall has them. You can order them on our website.
We could do that, couldn't we? No,
Yeah.
they can't order them. We can order them. Let's not get
They
crazy.
can request from me
There
and
you
I
go.
can order them.
There you
Poop
go.
emoji, the famous EarthWorks greatest shit on earth poop emoji. So thank you everyone for all the hard work. It was a lot of work, and I think this weekend I know I come home and there's a warm bath drawn and candles because I need like a bunch of hours. That's not true. There wasn't any of that, but
We need pictures, bro.
yeah, there's none of that happening. But it feels like I should have that waiting for me after a week like that because it's not. And it's and I mean I've been doing this. I don't know how long, Kevin. You said 30 years. I've probably been doing it as long, if not longer. And
Yeah.
man, I mean I'm not at the point in life where I can stay out like I used to. But it used to be 2 in the morning and then 7 o'clock breakfasts, and that's I couldn't speak by Friday. I mean, it was really that bad. So, thank you, everybody, and thanks for listening to us moan about the GIS. And if you're not a subscriber to the EarthWorks podcast, please subscribe. Melissa will make sure that your name is on the list, and she'll send you out a lovely reminder every week of what we got going. We got some good podcasts coming up that we can well we can't share with anybody because we haven't got it confirmed yet, but I have a couple good ones working. We'll have Lawrence Mayhew back probably in a few weeks, and if anybody has interest in joining us as a guest on the podcast, please reach out. We'd be happy to have you on, especially if you're an EarthWorks guy who wants to talk about, your experiences with biological soil management. So, which is really what the podcast is all about, guys that are there and, talk about their experiences. Marshall, one of the people that never did stop by, or maybe he did and I didn't see him, was my friend John Riley. I never saw him. Never saw him once.
He was probably tired from his performance with our partners at MD Plant on their
Yeah.
dinner Wednesday night. He was.
Did that go viral? I hope that's on social media somewhere.
I
That was
don't know, but it
classic.
was hilarious. He was roasting people dressed up, and they had the bagpipe playing. Went all the way through the restaurant. It was quite the show.
He is quite the showman, and I did not. Did you see him on the floor?
I don't think I did.
Yeah, I think he was hibernating by that second day. I don't think we'll have to get him back on the podcast and make fun of him, and have him talk about it,
Yeah.
and see what happens. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Thank you for listening to the podcast, and we will be back next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.